Okay, welcome back, dear students. So in the previous video, we talked about file input stream. Now we will start file output stream. Uh, File output stream, it has got four constructors. File output stream with the path to the file as a string, the file where you want to write. File output stream, uh, this string can be replaced with a file reference. So obviously when you are using file reference, you will have access to all the methods of file. And then file output stream with first parameter as a string, and second parameter when you want to append. I mean, you do not want to overwrite the destination file, then the second argument should be true. Then file output stream, you will have first argument as a file parameter and second is boolean append. Right. Uh, Let us write in a file using manual connection close, and then we will use try with resources. That's a very fantastic facility that came into Java after JDK 7. Okay, let us start a simple program which will write some sentences in file. Right, so I have this file output stream demo in my class, and I have a main method. I want to write in two files. Say for example, string file 1, I call it. That's equal to, say for example, I will be writing in some folder on my machine. I say Spring 2020. Maybe here I can create a folder. I can create folder files. So inside this files, I will be writing from within Java program. Right. Okay, so files, file1.txt. I'm going to create a text file, and then Control C, Control V, grab on file 1. This is file 2. Right. So in these two files, what I will be writing a string. Maybe I can write a text 1 equal to hello world and sector IBA university. Right. Okay. And then maybe I can call this as a vowel. Right. Vowels. This one I can write consonants. Okay. Consonants. So I can call this as vowel, this as a consonant, and this one I can write complete text. Right. So I've got these three files in which I will be writing. Control C, Control V, and D, I call it complete text. Right. Okay, so what we'll actually do, we will have this text. In first file, I will be writing only A, E, I, O, U if they are appearing in the text. In the second file, I will be writing consonants, which are obviously everything other than vowel. And then in third file, I will be writing complete text. Right. Okay, let's start with complete text first. So I create file output stream. Right. File output stream equal to new file output stream, and I pass complete CMP text. Right. Complete text. I'm using IntelliJ to fix import. It has got this link, file output stream. Now the second problem is we are using streams, so you must keep these things inside try and catch block. Okay, so I can keep it inside try block. Okay, just throw the checked exception, file not found exception. So obviously you have to keep it inside try block, and then you catch IU exception E, and then you say system.out.println in the display E. Right, you need to fix this import, and for fixing this import we say alt enter. Okay, alt enter import class. Right, okay, so now you can see now this error has been removed. So file output stream, and we say this will be associated uh, with complete text, which means to this file, right? And I want to write bytes, so I need to get an array of bytes. So I can write here bytes equal to text dot get bytes, right? Because you cannot write a string directly, so you need to get bytes, right? So here file output stream dot write, it has got a write method, and this actually writes bytes, right? So I can write all these bytes, right? So when you run this program, all these bytes would be written to the destination file. Now remember, file output stream, when a file is already existing, it will open a connection, but if a file is not already existing, it will create a new file. That's good thing about Java. I mean, this will not throw an exception saying that this complete text.txt is not existing. No, it will create a file for itself, right? Let's run it. We run the program. When you run the program, you have written, so let's see, you can see you have this complete text file. When you go there, hello world and Sakhrai University, right? So whatever text I had here, I actually wrote that text inside this file, right? Okay, now the second thing is I want another file output stream that should be writing only vowels. So I can say this is file output stream, I can call it to, and this will not be associated with complete text, but it is associated with vowels, right? So now I say I rather using this version of the method which writes everything, I need to use another version of method which actually writes one byte at a time, right? Which writes one byte at a time, and that writing will be conditional. We'll check if it is vowel or not. If it is vowel, then write, otherwise do not write, right? Or maybe I can have two streams, file output stream, I can call it file output stream 3, yes, 3 equal to new file output stream consonant, right? Okay, so this will be conditional. Now I say if maybe a for loop for integer I equal to 0, I less than bytes dot length, and I plus plus, right? Now I say if bytes at I equal to A, right? A or IOU, right? So if it is equal to A or I or O or U, right? So if it is A or I or O or U, right? If that is the true, then we will write in file output stream 2 dot write one byte at a time, right? So we write bytes at I, right? Else we say file output stream 3 dot write one byte at a time, right? So we either write in 1 or 2 and one byte at a time, bytes at I, that's it, right? So the first file will have complete text, the second file will have only vowels, and third will have all the consonants. Let's check it. Run, yes, run. run has completed. So you can see we have got complete text which writes this, vowels which writes O, O, A, U, U, I, which are in this, and then this writes hello, H, E, double L, O is missing. Yes, I I actually missed A, I missed E, so that is the reason why E is here. Double L, O is missing, the O is missing here, you can see, and subscribe here, this I is appearing here because this is capital I, this is vowel, but this is capital A, and then university. Right, you got the idea, huh? So you can conditionally write into one stream or the other. Right, now remember, in this complete code, we are really not closing the stream. It's always a good practice that when you open a stream to a file, and when you are done with that, you should close the stream. So for closing, we can do this inside finally block. Right, we could do this inside finally block. Inside finally block, I say, unfortunately, this will not be accessible in finally because this is local to the try block. So I can write here file output stream, file output stream 1, comma file output stream 2, comma file output stream 3. Right, all of them, let's keep them null. Right, okay, now I can file output stream. Right, okay, so I can do this so that the scope of these three variables is available inside try as well as inside finally block. Because if I do not do that, then inside finally I really do not have these accessible. Now I come to the finally, I say file output stream dot close. Right, file output stream 2 dot close, and then file output stream 3 dot close. Right, now there is an issue, and the issue says variable file might not have been initialized. Okay, I understand. So you initialize it to null, okay. Now this close method, the problem, right, the problem is when you call close method, even that might throw an exception. If connection is not already open, this might throw an exception, which means that even this close operation should be kept inside try block. So let's keep it inside try block, and then we catch IU exception. Right, E, and then we say system.out println, and then we print E. Right, so you can see here inside finally block there was a potential that this could have thrown another exception. So I had to keep this operation inside try block. So we have got a try and catch inside finally. You need to understand it because calling this method has potential to throw an IO exception. So if you are not keeping this inside try block, Java won't allow you. That is the reason why I had to keep it inside try and catch block. Right, so it's always a good practice to close any stream that you have opened to a file. If you do not do that, then obviously you'll be wasting resource. Obviously, if someone else is going to try to write in that file, he won't be able to. You might have encountered the situation in Word. You are trying to delete a document, but operating system says it's already in use. So same is the case with a stream which is open to a file. Right. Now remember that this is probably a very lengthy mechanism that we had available before JDK 7, but after JDK 7 they introduced try with resource, and in try with resource the connection will be closed automatically. We'll see that example in a while, but before that let's see if this code runs properly. Right, I have issued a run. Okay, so you can see this code has a run. You can see here again overwritten, all these three files have been produced. Right, how about if you say a pane rather than every time overriding you say true? It means that now the previous contents should be intact. So now if you run it again, when you run it you will see that rather than overwriting previous contents. This time the contents will be appended. So you can see here, hello Sakaraibi, and next time again it has been written. So this time the contents are appended rather than being overwritten. Right. Okay. Now we learn how to open connection, we learn how to write, we learn how to write conditionally, and we also learn how to close connection. Right. Now when you close connection, you have to write this ugly code inside finally block, a try block, and a catch block. This was the only option available back in JDK 7 and earlier version. But from JDK 7 onward, they introduced try with resource. So try with resource is a fantastic, a facility to have, in which connection will be automatically closed. You don't need to worry about it, because this file output stream and these are actually implementing auto closable interface, and those classes which are implementing auto closable interface, they will automatically close connection if you are using it try with resource. So let us use try with resource. Right. Now when you use try with resource, what you will do, you will actually open these connections here. Right. You will keep these resources inside try block, inside arguments of the try block. Right. So you can see here, I say these are my resources. This, I think it's colon, yeah, colon or semicolon. File output stream is equal to this second stream, and the third stream, they are comma separated, I believe. Yes, comma separated. Let me check it. Comma separated, and then that's it. So file output stream is equal to then okay, file output stream comma, okay, what does it say? The error is it needed semicolon. Why? Is it comma separated or semicolon separated? It should be try with resources. Try with resources. How try with resources works? I think try, okay, try and then semicolon. Okay, try with the semicolon. So we should try with semicolon. Okay, even third one third one should not have. Okay, I believe this definition has to be here. File output stream this, and then file output stream this, and then file output stream this. Right, you don't need now this line. Right, okay, so you can see here, now in this code what I have done, I have inside try, I'm creating these three statements, which means that in a way I'm giving permission to the compiler, to the runtime environment, that I need these three file output stream only inside this try block, and when this try block ends, the connection to these three should be automatically closed. Now I do not need to explicitly close connection, but I can keep a try with resources, and all the resources to which connection should be closed, I should keep inside argument list for the try block. Right. Now once if it is done, impact of this program will be same as the previous one, but the thing is, now I do not need to manually close the connection, because connection will be automatically closed for the good facility of this try with resources option. Right, I can run it. This program will have same impact as the previous one. It will run, and then interface or enumeration. Okay, I think this is one extra. Okay, run. Okay, I can now run it. So the text would have been appended. You will see that text have been appended. Right, this is thrice. You can see this has been appended. The text has been appended. If you remove these three, you know that Java will still not complain, because every time a new connection will be created to them. I'm sorry, I'm using my Apple, so I need to do okay, control. Okay, there should be a delete. What will be here? There should be a delete. Okay, right. So I again run this program and try with resource will do the job for me. Right. So you can see all these vowels are written and complete text is written here. Right. Okay. So that's it for the time being for file output stream. I end this video here, and when I come back I will be discussing about another very exciting stream, which is byte array output stream. Thank you very much.